Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks so much for stopping by and welcome to the inaugural episode of a possibly new series. I guess I'm going to leave that up to you guys actually. A few weeks ago, about a month or so, I put out just a little bit of a feeler on Facebook with my fellow YouTubers. You guys know who you are, all my friends on YouTube, and just basically asked if anyone would be interested at all in a series that I was kind of rolling around with the idea for a while of just kind of a, not necessarily a how-to, but like just kind of some pointers for those that are a little bit newer to YouTube, maybe have some questions like, how do you do this? You know, what's the trick to that? Just coming from a guy who's been around the block a few times. I've been on YouTube since 2009, so I'm basically into my 7th year. Now that we're in 2016, it'll be 7 years in May. Seen a lot of things, done a lot of things, seen a lot of people come and go, and you know, things change, hobbies change, people change, and made a lot of great friends along the way, which to me is what YouTube is really all about. And I've just kind of picked up you know, a few skill sets along the way, a few tricks of the trade that I'm always more than happy to volunteer. And I don't know why, guys, but I get asked this stuff a lot, like on Facebook or even on YouTube, like, hey man, like, you know, I'm starting out on YouTube, I was just wondering if you have any pointers, like, you know, what do you use for editing, what do you do for lighting, what is your camera, you know, yada yada yada. And guys, I don't mind those questions. I'm flattered, to be perfectly honest, that you'd even consider asking me, because I am by no means an expert. And just for the record, guys, this video series is by no means like the YouTube Bible or even what I think is factual. This is purely my opinion. This is just my approach to YouTube based on my experiences through a lot of trial and error. I've definitely stumbled along the way, as I'm sure pretty much everyone does. You know, you aren't born with knowing how to YouTube, you know, how to edit, how to do camera work, how to do pacing, all these things. These are acquired skills that a lot of which somebody can show you, like the basics of how to do them, but you're really gonna learn by actually doing. So in this video, since it's basically the introduction, I'm gonna cover kind of 5 basics. Not necessarily rules, more just kind of guidelines of where to start. Like if you're starting out with YouTube, or you think that your videos aren't up to snuff and you just want to take them to that next level, these are 5 things that are definitely important. Any YouTuber worth their salt will definitely appreciate and understand that these are 5 things that are definitely important. You don't gotta stick to them like glue necessarily, but you definitely have to have a healthy respect for them and just kind of walk the path on this one. So number 1, this is by far the most important one, because it doesn't matter how good at YouTube you are. This is a critical skill. Have thick skin. You definitely need that, because guys, you could be the most liked person on YouTube. It doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna get shit from some asshole who just thinks that he knows everything and usually doesn't have a channel, has never done a video, he or she never done a video in their life, yet they have so much to say about your work. Guys, that's gonna happen. You know, I've been doing it for this long. I'm closing in on 500 videos total to my credit, and I get shit all the time. I mean, it's just, you know, I don't know if it's just people trolling or just people simply don't like my face or the way I talk. I don't really care either way. You know, I put my heart and soul into every video that I do. My goal is always to entertain you guys, and that should really be what YouTube is all about, at least in my opinion. YouTube is an entertainment medium, in my opinion, because it's basically like the next level of television. And television, you're not going to watch it if it's not entertaining. You know, this isn't the news per se, at least not, you know, in the retro gaming thing. I mean, yeah, you can do a little bit of news, but people are going to get bored if it's just kind of stale, like, you know, so today in other news, Nintendo is teasing the NX. You know, no one's going to like that, guys. You need to make it entertaining, and you need to roll with it. Number 2, don't rush it. And what I mean by that is, guys, there's a lot of you out there. Again, this video is not directed at anyone. This honestly isn't, guys. That's the absolute truth. This is just, I'm painting with a broad stroke right here, just covering a lot of the things that I've seen on YouTube. What I mean by don't rush it is people want to get their stuff out there before they really take the time to invest into, we'll call it their product being the video, their channel, etc. And what I mean is take the time, learn how to edit, get your sound right, make sure your lighting is right. Guys, if you do a video, even if it's a 20-minute video, if it looks, sounds, or just kind of feels like shit, I don't put it out. If I'm not happy with the product, I will redo the whole damn thing. I certainly won't be happy about it, don't get me wrong. And I've had to do this a couple times. I've had to shoot entire episodes of Retro Game Haul, and you guys know how long those are. Those are sometimes 20, 30 minutes total between the two halves. And I mean, yeah, it sucks, you know, to have to do it again, but I'm not gonna put out something that I think is subpar. I'm gonna put out something that I stand behind and that I'm proud of. That's just the way that I really do everything. I put myself into it. I give it 100% every single time, and honestly, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so if it's not like just that right, man, it irritates the hell out of me every time I watch it. Number 3, and this one is very, very important because not everyone seems to understand this. Lighting, audio, camera. Those 3 things are very important. I'm not saying that you can't do this with an iPhone. You know, cell phone technology has come a long way in the past 5 to 10 years, and you can do some amazing shit with an iPhone. You really can. However, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how good a camera phone gets. It's not going to beat a standard camera like DSLR or even just a standard like the Pentax MX1, which is what I use. A cell phone is not going to do that, guys. It's just simply not. You know, a cell phone is basically a computer. A camera is built to do one thing, to record. That's it. So it's going to have, at least if you put the money into a good one, a better mic. The lens is going to be better. You can put a circular polarizer on it to cut down on glare, which I've done on mine. It just opens a lot of options when you invest the money in a camera, and you don't have to spend an arm and a leg, guys. I spent $199 on my Pentax MX1, and I could not be more happy with it. It's freaking awesome. There's so many options. It'll do 60 frames per second, 720p, 1080p. It does slow-mo. You know, it takes amazing still photos. And again, it's not that much money. It's $200, guys. You don't have to go all the way to freaking T3 or T5 or T6 or whatever, Canon Rebel. You don't have to go that far. There are plenty of good cameras in, we'll say, the $150 to $250 range that are more than adequate for shooting YouTube. So definitely do your homework on that. So lighting, what you see, guys? Okay, guys, I know this probably looks kind of fancy schmancy right now, as a lot of people ask me, like, dude, what do you use for your lighting? Like, using studio lights? Guys, you would be fucking amazed at how low tech my lighting is. It does not take much to get good lighting. Right now, there's basically a $5 Walmart lamp with a daylight bulb in it, basically shining right down at me. We're talking like, you know, the little desk lamp thing that I'm sure we've all had in high school or college. That's literally all I'm using. Sometimes I'll bring in 2 if we got 2 people on the couch so we can light people effectively, but other than the lights above me, and the lighting in this room isn't actually all that good. What you need is something coming right at you. Not below you, not above you, not from the side. It needs to be right at you. If you ever watch a movie being shot or a television being shot, the lights are coming right at the freaking actors. They basically have to train themselves to not do this. Like, you definitely don't want to look really at it. This is me looking at it. Yeah, oh, damn, I'm kind of squinting now. You definitely kind of want to tune it out. You want it just a little bit above you, but you want it pointed at you. You don't want it below you, because then you get like the freaking flashlight effect, you know, guys, you don't want to do that. If you've only got lighting above you or below you, it's not going to look good. You're going to have shadows, and it's going to look like crap. Okay, I'm saying this with all due respect to anyone. Again, this is not pointed at anyone. I'm really just trying to be helpful here. It's really simple. Go to Walmart, get a $5 freaking lamp with like a $2 daylight bulb, stick it in it, put it on top of your TV, on top of a bookshelf, whatever, and just point it at you when you're filming. It's really that simple. I swear, that's all I do. There's nothing professional about it at all. As far as audio, okay. Audio is a little bit of a tricky thing because there's a lot of things that feed into it. A lot of guys like to use, like they use DSLRs and using shotgun mics, and those are great because you can basically aim them like a gun. I've never had to go that far. I'm not going to say that I'm not. Maybe in the future, if I get like a really high-end camera, then yeah, you know, I'm going to invest in a good microphone. But the Pentax MX1 that I have actually has really good microphones. For such a compact camera, it's fucking amazing what this thing picks up. If you guys remember the Chuck's infamous meltdown on the Retro Game Haul gag reel where he went out into the hallway, he was a good 12 feet from the camera, and you could hear every word he was saying. It was fucking amazing. Like, that blew my mind that the camera could actually pick that up. So just do your homework, I guess, when it comes to the camera. You know, Google it, look at reviews, even go on YouTube and see what people have to say about it. See what they say about the audio pickup on the mic, or better yet, look for demos of it, of people actually recording with it. Particularly inside, because I figure that most of you guys in the retro community are probably going to be shooting stuff in your game room for the most part. So interior audio is definitely going to be a little bit more important than exterior audio. For exterior stuff, guys, there's GoPro, and you've got a bunch of other options. I'm talking about just doing stuff like this. Interior audio is definitely going to be a lot more important. Rule 4, or 10 and 4, or whatever you want to call it. Number 4, editing. Guys, I'm going to say this for a lot of your own good. You do not have to do a video in one take. You don't have to do it. As a matter of fact, usually, a lot of the time when you do it, unless you are really fucking good in front of the camera, it's not going to be as good as an edited video. This is why you edit. This is why movies and television, you know, I mean, even like the stuff, you know, the sitcoms and stuff that they shoot, they don't do all that shit in one take. They have editing and stuff. Why? Because editing makes the video flow. It gives you a pace so that things can keep moving. Pacing is really the name of the game when it comes to editing. You can have a perfect grasp of all the tools in editing, you know, all the titles and the effects and stuff like that. Pacing is something that cannot really be taught. You simply have to learn it by doing. And editing is a skill that you get better at the more you do it. Meaning, once you're in like 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 videos, you're going to notice that when you look at the pacing scale of your videos as you progress, if you're really paying attention, that it's going to get better. It's going to snap harder. It's just, you know, it's going to get, what I guess just tighter is the word, where you're going to cut out a lot of the BS in between things. You're going to know to cut out, which segments simply don't belong in the video, just to keep that thing moving. Because the length of the video, honestly, guys, is almost irrelevant to a degree. Shorter videos tend to do better as a rule than longer videos, but at the same time, if you've got like a 15 or 20 minute video and it's edited correctly and it moves right along, guys, we've all seen movies that are long. If the person in charge really knows how to edit, it's not going to drag out. It's just going to move pace to pace, point to point, moment to moment. That's really how it goes. I know I'm snapping my fingers a lot, guys, but that's really the thing that a lot of you need to be able to grasp is you cut out the BS. You know, working on your ums and your ahs, and guys, I do it too. I'm really bad at it. I really try my best not to do that. It's a skill, and you know, I've gotten a lot better at it than I used to be. I definitely don't use a lot of the ums and ahs that I used to, but at the same time, the moments, you're just going to know this when you really sit down and you learn how to edit. You're just going to know what to cut out and what not to cut out. Meaning, you make a redundant statement, or, you know, something I see a lot of people do, and guys, cut this shit out of the video. We don't want to see you turning on and off your camera. We really don't. Again, this is not pointing at anybody. It's really not. But if your video starts with you doing this, hey guys, that's lazy fucking editing. If you have an intro and you're doing that, you're being a lazy fucking editor. I'm saying that with all due respect, guys. I really am. I'm not trying to give anybody shit. I'm really trying to help you. That should not be in the video. It takes me literally a second to cut that out of a video, and that's not high-end editing skills. That's, you know, set your freaking cut, boom, take it out, done. That's the easiest thing that I do when it comes to editing. It's dirt-ass simple, and at the same time, we don't need to see you turning your camera off. It should have a beginning, a middle, and an ending. A video should be basically like a movie with very similar pacing, where you end it with, I'll just spitball off the top of my head, you know, like, you know, again, I'm Jimbo, and thanks for stopping by Retro Game Lounge. I know I'm hamming it up there, but, you know, you pause at the end and just wait, you know, give yourself a moment so that when you plug it into the editor, you can cut off the tail end. Just give yourselves little breaks here and there. It's better to have more footage than less footage. You always want too much footage, because you can cut things, but you can't put shit back in. Once it's shot, it's shot. That's really the end. Number 5, and again, guys, this one is very important. A lot of people struggle with this. I understand that not everyone is going to be as good at this out of the gate. It's something that I think some people are born to be a little bit better at it than others. Like, it's kind of a thing. It's like public speaking. Like, some people just hit the ground running on it, and other people really struggle with it. Not everybody's the same, but at the same time, guys, I think almost anyone can learn how to do this. If you really apply yourself on this, there's really no reason that you can't pick up a skill. And that is, don't just talk, present. No one wants to see you simply talk at the camera. Present. This is my product. This is what I'm showing you today. Hey guys, look what I've got. I mean, alright, I'll give you 2 things here. I'll give you 2 examples. Okay, this is how not to do it. Look at this fucked up Mario Brothers. So guys, thanks for stopping by, and yeah, we got an original Mario Brothers here. The label's kind of fucked up, but you know, that's my NES pickup for the week. Guys, come on. We both know that, no, don't do that. That's lame and fucking boring. Guys, amp it up a little bit. Bring some energy to it. If you want your audience to be like excited and interested in your stuff, then you need to be excited and interested in your stuff. You don't got to take it to 11 every time like Chuck and I do sometimes just being fucking idiots. But at the same time, you need to show a little bit of excitement. Okay, I'm going to give my best shot at this, but this is going to be a better way of doing it. So guys, look at this original Mario Brothers. Look how fucked up this card is. My goodness. I mean, whoever did this and they had the wherewithal to freaking write on it, God, that's freaking horrible. Anyways, that's my NES pickup for the week. See, I smile. Guys, please, that's another thing. Fucking smile. When you're happy about this stuff, don't be all droll-faced. Just be like, yeah, you know, these are my pickups. And, yeah. So, thanks for watching. You know, let me know what you think in the comments. Guys, you need to bring personality. YouTube is about personality. Bring it. It's not about being like bouncing off the walls or anything like that. Just liven it up a little bit. You know, don't be afraid to be funny. Tell jokes or whatever. You know, throw some humor in there. Humor is universal. Humor is funny. Humor makes things interesting. So try and liven things up a little bit. Again, I'm honestly not directing this at anybody. I know a lot of people are going to be like, man, I wonder if he's talking about me. I am talking about no one in specific. This is broad, look at that, double painting strokes here. That's it. I'm painting a broad swath based upon what I personally have seen on YouTube. So I hope that this has been helpful, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I really want to know, is there anything that I missed as far as the basic tenets? I've really taken my time here trying to put this list together and boil it down to the absolute basics. I definitely will cover extra things if you guys are interested. A lot of people have asked because they really get intimidated by editing and the editing process, and I guarantee you guys it's a lot simpler than you think it is. I'm more than happy to do a live stream where I'll take a video and I'll plug it into the editor and I'll show you guys editing 101 and just show you the basic tools of, you know, like this is how you make a good cut, this is not how you make a good cut, this is your audio, you know, things like that. I'm more than happy to do that with you guys and just take like a 5-minute video and show you the editing process from start to finish live on Google Hangouts/YouTube. So if you guys want to ask questions, you will be able to do so, and I'll be happy to answer them on the fly. But again, leave me comments below, man. What do you guys want to see me cover, if anything at all? Or is this video stupid and you think it sucks? Well, I guess say that. Try not to be an asshole about it. But anyways, I'm Jimbo from I can't talk. See, I should probably edit that out, but you know what, whatever. I'm going to leave that in just for argument's sake. I'm Jimbo from Retro Game Lounge in the Retro Game Lounge. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Maybe.